Today is Friday. I actually was off today. Wanted to spend a few more hours in the house working away because we need to get the kids into these rooms and it's not happening as quickly as we would like. So I'm going to try and get all of this insulation into the ceilings and hopefully do the walls as well. We have some of this board insulation for the walls, which the kids started to put up themselves. They were so desperate to get in. I'm going to keep going with the ceilings and I'll put you on time lapse just to show you how it all goes. Okay. Goddamn music.
I have just finished work, which means Claire has called in the big guns. Right, my first task, Claire has nicely laid out this piece of wood. I must put in some noggins in this so that I can start to build a frame for the wall. I've put one in, I'm going to put another one in, I'm going to put you on time lapse, I'm going to cut some more wood. We're going to have a good night, good Friday night, no pizza tonight though. We edited one too many videos with pizza in it, so Friday is a pizza-free zone at West Cork Wonder. I just took down a big piece of insulation and we have a monster spider on one side and hundreds of flies on the other. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. Renovating a farmhouse, no bueno. I've taken the insulation out. I've given a small frame that my wall is going to sit on. This side I'm just going to screw it straight into the concrete. I need to secure the base, which means I gotta talk to Claire, figure out where the door is going, but I think it's about here. I think it's there, close to the bathroom, I reckon. I must Google what size doors are now. You'd think I'd know that, wouldn't you?
Okay, it's about 9:30 Friday night. We look like we're in the dark.
Let's try this again. Say hello. It's 1:30 a.m.
No, it's not 1:30. It's 9:30. It's the Friday. We've one more week and then it's Christmas. We got all the insulation up. We are going to tomorrow.
Insulation in half. Insulation in the other half. Go on, Claire. Talk to me, baby.
What is it we're putting up there, Rob? I'll have a big bag of it here.
Mineral wool.
Mineral wool. We put this mineral wool in the roof and it fits perfectly in between the rafters, which was the reason why we put such thick rafters in. Also, Rob had everything
It's 200 millimeters.
16 on 60, is that what they call it?
16 on center.
16 on center. And
it's 200 millimeters of insulation, so it's not the most, but it's actually
it's enough
for the purpose.
This comes in 16.
Most of it comes in 16 or 400 in center.
Inches.
16 inches or 400 centimeters.
So it slots up without having to, with a staple gun or whatever. So it's a bit dusty. Anyway, we've all the windows open, just in case you're wondering. It's been fine, but it's very easy to put up because of that. So just literally place it there. We're not doing this side because we're going to run our wires on this side, and anything that we need, where we need wires on this side, will run through the walls. The framed walls, as Rob's just starting to measure up for now. I think we've done quite a lot today.
Yeah, you get a good 20 minutes and Rob gets the framed walls and that's it, 10 seconds.
No, you can give your little update now.
My little update. I'm very happy with the framing. I don't know if you saw it, but the nails are actually a little bit too long. I should have gotten smaller nails, or I should have gotten correct screws, but I had to put the nails in diagonally. So they'll go through the 4x2s, they'll go through the chipboard, and they'll go into the floorboards below, but they won't actually protrude the other side. So that little space there is either going to be a wardrobe or a gaming desk, sort of a study area for Ash. That's going to be his bedroom. His ensuite is at the back and his door is there. It was difficult to give them both a fair sized room because of the stairs location, so this is what we came up with. Happy enough with that.
What's in your noggin? In your noggin? Nothing at all. Oh, oh. Cause the silence must be my stick on. Oh, we're really getting Dexter's room back.
Now, how long would I be going for that sort of accuracy, eh?
I reckon that's good enough now. Claire, do you want a cup of tea? Or you want to finish your stuff first?
I'd like to get that first row all the way up.
Okay. What up, folks? Claire has just popped to pick up Kira for 2 minutes, so I just wanted to show you what I was working on because I've never done anything like this, but super proud. So we had to make this little space because Ashton's room, while quite a nice size, is considerably smaller than Kira's, and if any of you have teenagers, that ain't gonna fly. So what we had to do for Ashton's actually was to make this little alcove. When you step inside, there's this little space. Originally we thought we'd put a wardrobe in there, but actually now we're going to turn it into a desk. He's going to have, sorry, I'm on the tripod now, so he's going to have a double bed there. Adding the space at the end gives a little bit more kind of walkway around the bed. so making it feel a little bit bigger. What I'm also going to do is, he likes playing computer games, PlayStation stuff, but I'm going to give him a little study there. He's in his junior cert year. I'm going to build the whole thing out of some spare OSB. We have quite a lot of OSB actually left over from this, doing the floors here. But I'm going to build the whole thing in OSB. It's going to have no legs, so he can just slide his desk, his chair straight in there. That should really free up a lot of space at the end of his bed. So this was a really good idea. I originally wanted to do this into an S curve, which I don't know how to do that, but I thought it would have been a cool project to learn how to do. But we're only like a week away from Christmas, so we've no time, so he's just getting a straight line. Anyway, that all seems fine until you try to do the same thing on the roof. Look at this spider's web. So obviously, on the flat, it makes sense. You just have a bit going here, a bit going there, you cut them at an angle. You do end up with this weird kind of a 90 degree because it's cut at an angle. It's a bit longer. I'm gonna have to fill that in somehow. However, we're trying to do the thing up there, and not only is it a weird angle, it's also tapered. So it's like you're cutting, I don't know how to explain it, you're cutting a plane in 2 dimensions. Thankfully, I had a miter saw. I didn't take any measurements, but I just kept cutting it until it was close. I don't know what angle this is. It's that kind of an angle. And I'm just leaving this as the angle of the roof, which is around 30 to 34. So you can see it's not a straight cut, it's an angled cut, but it's also a tapered cut. So yeah, I think if you don't get stressed, I think it's interesting to learn these sort of things. I'm really happy I'm not doing it in gears though, like most of the things in this project. Very excited to do it once, any more than once, and it's a headache. But no, I kind of thought that was cool. I thought I'd steal some of Claire's recording. Let me put you back in time lapse to where Claire put it. That looks about right.
Okay, we should have been filming yesterday, but we haven't filmed everything, and we'll show you later on. Upstairs, Rob's got quite a lot covered. We just all go trying to get as much as possible done for Christmas. Here, we're just looking at this beam because it's dropped in the middle. They were all sistered originally, or well, somewhere along the line. And we're noticing when we have the floor upstairs, there's quite a drop in this side. We're trying to prop them up with the idea that if we can prop them up, then we can re-sister them, and away we go. So that's what we're at now.
Good work, nice. Okay, ready? I'm gonna lift now. 1, 2.
But now it's up.
Right, I think we're above where they originally were, Claire, you know? If you follow this line.
I know.
Oh, maybe we leave it like that. So this stays
Well, I
up.
think it's probably okay.
There you go, folks. That's what sisters an entire first floor. Can you show it to the camera? It's definitely a dado. You see the curve there?
Oh yeah, a dado, and even with lots of nails in it.
Yeah.
And woodworm.
I don't think that's woodworm. I think that's rot. Do you reckon this is woodworm?
Yeah. You see. Oh, so dark. You can't see. Anyway, that was the sister. Clearly just a scrap piece of wood shoved in to try and keep it up there.
There's the top. Take that measurement, you know?
Yes. Well, you have to cut something, I'd say. Custom cut.
Show me the scrap piece. I might try and do that now while it's sunlight.
Is that the only one you're sistering?
Yeah.
The rest are okay? This one. Could do it coming out too, it's loose.
I'll have to rip down from a 2x4, but I'll do a few of them.
Will I try and chisel out what's there
Yeah, that'd be great.
and take out the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rob is down manufacturing a sister for this beam, which we've kind of ignored for a while until we knew we had to do it. I'm trying to chisel out now something that we can fit a 2x4 into. Which isn't too difficult, actually. Don't have a 2x4 to test it. So I'm going to use this wedge. See if I can slide it in. We should know where we are. Need a bit more to come out. Go for ignore what I was doing.
Look, I have these. They're cut to the exact same size as the previous sisters, and it's about this length. There's one nice curved side left on it, and I was going to see that stuck on a stone there now, so that won't go in far enough, let alone if it was 2x4.
Okay,
Do you get me?
so I'll take out that stone.
So it might just be a temporary thing, so I don't know if the length is going to add any more strength, is what I'm saying. So you could cut these in half and use just 3 here, and that'll just tie us over for until the summer, like. And then you can maybe think of a different approach. The other approach is just to like cut off the wood there and just reconnect the wood.
Oh, well, let's just work with those for now. Cobweb-tastic. I did clean these cobwebs. I did. I didn't hoover them like Dawn, but I did get the brush up. I mean Dawn off the corner house. She knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, what's with all the spiders? We do seem to have a lot. But you know, there was a time when I wouldn't go near a spider. I wouldn't touch a spider. I'd always been a bit nervous of those big hairy brown ones that you'd find in the bath and whatever. But now, they don't bother me at all. A few times I've walked into the caravan after working here, and the spider would be crawling down my jacket. God knows how long he'd been sitting in my hair. But anyway, the joys. I suppose it toughens you up some bit. Oh man. And that's the second one. Yeah. We're in a bad way. Anyway, we keep going. This one isn't as bad actually. But
Once we screw down the OSB, that's going to help tighten up everything.
yeah, well, it's just a massive difference upstairs already. Right. Not sure how far this originally went. I feel like it's going in so far it might start protruding out the front of the house. I just want to show you, I came up after looking at the sistered pieces next to the beams downstairs, and I just thought I'd show you what it looks like upstairs, and you can see what we're trying to do. This is the window, and those beams are just below. So I took out my vacuum and I started to vacuum out the pockets. So this is one pocket here, and this is the other one. So I'm hoping now tomorrow I'm going to make up, that's the other one. I'm going to make up a batch of cement, hammer through the pieces of wood. The one I put in, I can feel here, so I just have to get it a little bit further along, and then I'll cement it up. And the other one I need to just get going through into this pocket, and then we have them reinforced. It's made a massive difference already having it propped up to this for this floor. It's great. There was quite a drop here between these two, so that's brilliant to have those kind of sorted. So I'm gonna tackle the rest of that tomorrow. At the moment now, I've gone back to my ceilings. I've taped up all the gaps. Might be just the one or two odd gaps that I just need to address. Vapor barrier is up. That's now all ready for plasterboard. So we were just talking about the other side, and I think bar one or two of the strips going down where we're going to have wires, I'm going to just fill them now with insulation and get them all taped up as well, and get the vapor barrier up, and yeah, we should be really looking good then and literally ready then for plasterboard. Then my other thing that I wanted to try and start to address were these walls, because I need to just make sure they're all airtight, fill the gaps, vapor barrier down through, then that can be plasterboarded, and this whole wall here we're doing the same, this end wall. So they're kind of annoying because all these bits of insulation are all hanging around, and it'd be nice to get rid of those. So yeah, so I'll put you on time lapse, and we'll get a little bit more done of the ceilings, and we see how we go. I look a bit dark in this with my light on, but a slight change of plan. Decided to tackle this end wall and get it properly insulated and taped up. Trying to use as much of this rigid board as we can. I've figured out a way now that I can get them up and get them tied in, and actually it's way better than the wall insulation that we have downstairs. These are all, we bought all of this as offcuts from a dude in Limerick. If anybody wants to know about it, give us a shout. They're offcuts and they just let them go for really cheap. However, obviously you have to make them fit into your wall, unlike my nice ceiling where all of the loft insulation fitted in really well. These you kind of have to, I'm gonna have to fill the gaps. However, it was still well worth doing. We put all of this in our floors, so, and yeah, it worked out really well. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish off this wall hopefully, and I'll pop you on time lapse for now. We'll see how we get on.
Hello from dark West Cork. It's the 18th of December. Countdown to Christmas well and truly on. Delays have been coming, so our goal is looking far more difficult. Our goal was to build 2 bedrooms for the kids for Christmas and to get the shower out of the parlour into the lovely bathroom we've built. I transferred the shower to yesterday. I thought it would take an hour between the electricity and the water and a bunch of issues I ran into. It took the whole day. Well, here you go folks, thought I'd give you a look. This is the tap from Amazon, love it. Sink from B&Q, love it. Sleeper table from the bottom of the garden, equally love that surprisingly. Gotta put that fan off. But look at this! A fully functioning shower. This is the Mira Sport EcoFlow.
Excuse me!
Sorry. Claire was up here doing the installation as you saw, and I'm about a day behind with where I want to be with the framing. It's Monday evening. Yesterday, no wait, Yeah, it's Monday evening. Yesterday was Sunday. I had a whole day to do it, but I got caught up with the shower. Only got a few hours now, and I would love if I could finish this off. But realistically, if I get the room done and Kira's ensuite in that bottom corner kind of framed, I think I'd be happy with that. The shower set up though, it's the first time in 8 months we've had a proper shower. Singing in the rain, singing in the rain. Oh, hello there. When I put in the electric shower, because we took out the back boiler and the stove in the summer, we were down to one heating element. The electric shower has 2 heating elements, and the wire wasn't strong enough to take current for both, so it could only take the first one, which was fine in the summer. The hot water was going in, so we only needed 1 heating element to bring that up to a nice temperature. But in the cold snap we've had recently, we've been having lukewarm showers, which in cold weather in a cold house is almost as bad as having a cold shower, really. So we moved it in there. The space is much bigger. We have piping hot water. It just kind of feels a bit more luxurious. It feels like we're at a hotel or something, to be quite honest with you. So I haven't put the sink in there yet, though. That's my final piece of plumbing to get the bathroom out of the old house and into the new build. And if I finish this job tonight, which is unlikely, but if I finish this job, it'll be downstairs to get the sink. And then at least the bathroom will be 100% done. We need to seal the floor, the concrete floor, and we need to finish off the insulation, the cladding, but at least it'll be functional. So once these rooms are done, it'll be down to the bathroom. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm under fierce pressure. I'm just gonna get cracking on with it. So I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, so we're a bit like two like
Builders
new
in a
parents
site.
or something, and we just got a new baby, and we just managed to get it in the house.
Sending photos to the parents and the neighbors. We're almost like a real house. Home is where the heart
We have a
is.
cooker. It may not be working, but it's there. It's an all electric stove. Obviously to go with the whole electric solar panel idea. It's quite difficult to get, but this one was an ex-demo because they brought out a new model. So once we saw it, we knew we had to take it because it was obviously reduced price, and not long after we decided we wanted it, and somebody else then came along and also wanted it. So anyway, we had to get a deposit down and get it paid for.
Sorry, it was just delivered today and we've just finished work and managed to move it in. Otherwise we'd be taking an update in daylight, but that's how it is.
Yeah. So it was, and then we just got, it came from MD O'Shea's in Ballincollig. They were really great because they held on to it. We saw it in the summer and they've held on to it till now. Probably because I said I wanted to come back to her in Black Friday.
There was a lady talking about Aga stoves today and where she can find old ones, and she wanted the electric range. And I told her, this is on Facebook, on Cottageology I think, I told her how, you know, they're almost 20 odd grand for the brand new Agas, but the company that makes Agas makes Stanley. That's the brand. I don't know if you can see down there. Maybe this is a little bit high, Claire, is it?
Sorry, I just dropped you from a height.
So the company that makes Agas also make this, which is called a Stanley. And they're pretty much identical. All the internals are the same. However, I like the Stanley because in a lot of the old Irish Georgian houses, they had these Stanley ranges and they had Stanley stoves. And they're actually called Waterford Stanley because they were manufactured in Waterford in the south of Ireland. So this is a very, although it's quite modern, it's a good make to fit into a traditional / modern farmhouse restoration. And our stove actually,
Our little wood burner.
our little wood burner is a Stanley also. So although it's really, I don't know, is it it's a European or is it an English company or something now, but the name Stanley and the heritage Stanley is, you know, synonymous with old
I'm
Irish
not sure they're even made
properties.
in Ireland anymore. I don't think they are.
Stanley isn't popular. It's
No.
hard to find stoves made by Stanley, but you know, for almost a quarter of the price of Aga, and then you can get it like we got this X demo. So they happened to be just clearing out their showroom. I think this was maybe about half the price or something, wasn't it? Maybe about 60% of the price. So we got a really good deal.
Yeah. So then they held on to it for us till now because of Black Friday, because I sort of half promised her that we would have a fridge and a dishwasher and a washing machine from her. As it happens, the fridge didn't come about, but we still got a dishwasher and a washing machine that she did a good deal on as well. So it was really handy that they held on to it, because if they hadn't held on to it, it would have been in a damp old barn for the last couple of months, which probably wouldn't have been very good for it. We're excited and we can't stop looking at it, but really we've just got to go back to work. So that's the story on the Stanley.
And we do have a fridge. It's down in barn number 4.
Yeah.
But it's getting wet, so I think we will, because if we use this trolley.
We need to get that in.
I don't know if you saw this trolley from our very first episode. I just smashed the oven one. But this is a trolley that I made. And it's been brilliant transporting everything. It's just made of 2x4s, but you can buy these heavy duty casters on Amazon, and that has carried everything. It's been absolutely brilliant until Claire ran over it in her car and mangled the wheel. However, even with the mangled wheel, it did a sterling job taking this thing in, didn't it? What a ledge of a trolley.
Still works.
Some of my best DIY right there. So we may have to get the fridge up here, which will be useful over Christmas, and whatever else we need to move up here. Just
Yes.
the fridge really, isn't it?
Once we get some electrics.
Fridge freezer.
Yeah. Okay, so back to work.
So it's getting a little bit difficult to record. Finished work. It's about 4:30. It's dark. And then upstairs we do have lights, but because we're building walls, it's a lot of shadows and whatnot. But the main objective that I've been doing is to get the wires put up so that Claire can finish the insulation and the vapor barrier. And I can say that for the most part, I'm happy that all the finally got through to you. I originally had a SD card full, then I got a replacement SD card. There was an error, it said format, tried format, didn't work. By the time I realised that didn't work, ran out of battery, got spare battery, and it's about an hour later. I was doing a little bit of work while I was waiting for the format, so all's not lost. Here, I'm in Ashton's room. That's a PlayStation, can't quite see it, but temporarily set up. I was working on lights. I think I showed you guys already. So I have all the lights sorted, the various different switches. You need a brown earth apparently for the switches, so I had to go out and get a roll of that. So here's a switch going up to the light in the bathroom, light in the bedroom, and there's a double switch here because I have it going to an extractor fan. I think that's all I need up here. I'm pretty sure that's all I need. However, I'm gonna pop back over to Kira's room. A huge mess up here right in the middle. Pink wire is for smoke detector. Did not know that. My electrician told me, so that's pretty cool. Same deal here, 2 switches coming down for the bathroom, 1 for the light, 1 over here for the extractor fan. Our light switch up there with a light spur coming off to the bathroom. And again, we have the switch coming down here. So as far as I'm aware, I think that's everything for the attic done. I'm just going to run some cabling for sockets. I think for every breaker, maximum of roughly 5 sockets is what we're aiming for. You can go over that a little bit in bedrooms because you're very unlikely to use all of them. So I'd say we'll do two kind of groups up here, 1 for Ashton's room and 1 socket in the landing there. we'll do another set for Kira's room and one socket in the landing there. So we should have 2 going down to the breaker from upstairs, and then we should be good. I'm going to plasterboard this. I need to run a cable behind that for the sockets, because I need to put a socket here and here for Kira's room. So once that's done, we should be able to plasterboard this, actually vapor barrier and plasterboard this. In terms of the bathroom, I'm going to come back to that in the new year. Don't have to worry about that. But for the bedroom, we are going to plasterboard, I would say, the inside and maybe hang a door just to give Kira and Ashton privacy. I'll leave the outside open so I can do the sockets in the new year. So that's the goal. I'll throw down the socket cabling tonight, then get started on the plasterboard. I think I hear Claire coming. No, it's Ash.
Okay. Gosh, you can kind of see me. What time is it? It is 6:15. These old dark nights are horrible. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, because I wanted to just finish off something and show you on video, and that was the cementing of the pockets for the sisters, which we were putting in by these beams. So Rob had put up a you might have seen this in daylight just in the last video. He put up a prop, and we brought it up by 2 centimeters. We felt that was where it should have been, and then we cleared out everything that was in the pockets. Where are the pockets here? So I may have showed you this again on the last video. Cleared out the pockets, and then Rob hammered in these, which are like what, half 2x4s here. Oh man, I can't even point it out using the, it's this one, and we put 3 in here, here, and on the other side of this one, on the opposite side. I'll show you in a second. So they're hammered in, and we hammered them, crikey, they've gone in about 7 or 8 inches into the wall, and we're hoping they're strong enough, but hopefully they are. This is the one on the opposite side, this one. And then I ran out at lunchtime on my lunch break today and quickly made a batch of cement up. I made a batch up, then I didn't have enough, so I made up another batch. In the end, I ended up just working it in with my fingers. This one particularly had a massive hole, and after filling it with rocks and stones and everything, probably maybe overfilled. But anyway, this one was the problem. The end of this one was super rotten. Now, this may be just a patch-up job for now, because maybe these won't be strong enough, or I don't know, maybe it'll last us a few years. And look, if we have to dig it all out and put in proper ones, we will. But the pockets were only half 2x4s, even smaller. In fact, they were old pieces of dado that were just stuck in the wall, so they weren't even pieces of wood, they were just old extras. So we just had to make it up with something that would fit in the hole for now. And then we just want to get rid of this prop for Christmas, obviously. And so I filled it all up. We need to let it dry. It'll dry quite quickly in here now with the heat. And then the moment of truth, which I will film when we do it, will be taking this prop away and seeing what happens. So yeah, that's that. I just wanted to finish that part off with you. So yeah, so that's the beams. So we'll move on to what we're doing next.
I got my lashes done. I know they look stupid.
No, they look lovely from your friend Dom. Shout out Dom.
Dom didn't do them.
Got
It's
your
her friend.
caterpillars on your eyes?
They're fine. Like, what?
Or did your eyebrows fall into your eyes? I love the way you just knew them. I don't know how you do it.
Do you know what they say is If a butterfly flaps his wings somewhere across the world as a hurricane, well, that's now we say if Kira blinks across the world, there'll be a hurricane.
Oh, Christ. Stay tuned, guys. I'm out.
Good morning from Christmassy West Cork. It's the 23rd of December and we're going to do something a little different today. What are we going to do, Claire?
So, Rob had this great idea to go and get 250 trees. So we have a great forest place near us called Future Forests, and this is the time of year to plant berry trees, and they're easier and I suppose the cheaper option if you're going to purchase a lot of trees. So we're just hooking up the trailer right now, and then we're going to head off there, pick up all the trees, and yeah, you know what we're going to be doing for Christmas.
It's very cold and we're actually wearing real clothes, not work clothes, so this is unusual. So, well, actually you very much look like
Every day.
your normal work clothes. Claire actually leaves the farm occasionally.
Oh.
I'm wearing pants and wellies, so.
Yes, no sliders, no shorts, no grubby t-shirts.
I'm going out into the real world. I'm gonna have to dress like a normal person. So yeah, hook up the trailer, we head over to Future Forest. We got a mix of native Irish hedgerows, I suppose you call it, and we have some native Irish trees that we are both going to use just to replant, but also set up a little coppicing forest for our own woods. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hi guys, welcome to our little Christmas here in Ballydehob. We didn't do a kind of happy Christmas, but we just wanted to give you all a very happy new year for 2024. We are here, we've moved the kids upstairs. We've still an awful lot to do in the house, as you'll see over the next few months. But we have managed to get one room and 2 rooms upstairs for the kids, kind of semi-sorted. Lovely fire, little tree, TV, lights. We're all looking good and it's warm, and that's what we hoped for Christmas. Actually, talking of the tree, this is the smallest Christmas tree we've ever had in our lives. Smallest, fattest Christmas tree we've ever had. But we've decided to start a new tradition with the tree, in that we will always get a real one and we will always plant it from now on. So actually, speaking of planting trees, we've just spent the last 2 days planting 265 trees.
3 days.
3 days planting 265 trees. So that's all to come, and you'll see that hopefully over the next coming weeks. We're finally getting up to date. Rooney's back now. Say hello. Have a look up at the camera. We're finally becoming a bit more up to date with our videos, so I hope things will become a little more recent rather than being a couple of months back in the summer and you see the sun shining, which is far from what's happening at the moment. I just want to thank you all for everything that you have, all the comments and all the support, and it's hugely encouraging. So we just need to keep going and keep plodding on. Come on, Brie, come sit down. Clearly very camera shy. Doesn't want to get into the camera at all. All the best to everybody and every single one of you in 2020.